Well, it is. It is season 3, and like a true professional, we have returned for another episode of the Black Super Friends. Tonight, I will serve as host for one segment before giving the reins over to the magnificent Chris Leo. So stay tuned. It will be an interesting show. Thank you all.
Fool me, 'cause I'm addicted to the good life. Yeah, lead the way. I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow.
It's amazing how the late Kevin Samuels has passed on and went on to glory. But now I see his videos trending more than ever. I cannot imagine that's how it was when Jesus was preaching. After he died, everybody said, let me pick up that book and see what he was talking about. It's funny how the gospel is embraced, but hated when it's introduced. So, hey, we're going to have a great show tonight. I am giving you my true professionalism. I just noticed Mario has on a Cowboys shirt. I'm going to stay focused. Listen, this tonight will be interesting in the aspect that you get to see 4 straight successful black males have real dialogue. It's not always perfect. Hell, you watch the 5 Heartbeats, you watch the Temptations movie. We've seen Bobby Lee New Edition, and then they went and got was it Johnny Gill? Listen, the point is, whether it's a relationship with sex or not, it has its ups and downs. But we're going to share with you how having strong people around you gives you the accountability and the motivation to push through when you need to. Before I go to my dialogue, I'm going to be respectful and introduce the people despite the attire that they choose to wear. Uh, I shouldn't even be mad because last night the Cowboys. Pl- Hey, I'm just going to introduce him tonight as Super Mario Sr., the Cowboys' truest fan indeed.
Yeah, I'm in mourning right now, man. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you just like he just said, commitment. It got me by the balls. How y'all doing, TV land?
Well, I know about commitment because I just fired my goddamn barber. If he's out there, he's either going to be a barber, a mechanic, an AC installer. You can only do one.
Well deserved.
I offered him my insurance card to go get glasses. Something is missing with this brother's skills. So I don't know what happened, but I cannot be a fool and be in show business anymore. Okay?
Man, we gonna miss as the hood turns. No more. No, come on now. Don't let the people down. The streets need as the hood turns.
Oh man, bro. Listen, if y'all have seen the latest X segments and episodes, he's out of control. He's definitely out of control.
Edward Scissorhands getting a mind of his own.
Yeah. But
I had to verbally shellac him today.
Yeah.
Them 211s don't add up to better barbers. Okay? Stop selling 211s in the hood. All right.
I talked to him about his customer skills, his customer service skills today. And I don't know how you do it. He's just not evolving, Horace. I think that's the best thing you could have done. But it's okay because I did you a solid. I put the link for Zay Cuts 365 where you get the premium service in the best atmosphere. Rate. Yeah, because you listen, man.
That's like going from Converse to Gucci flip flops.
But you walk around in. You heard what Future said about the Gucci flip flops, though. Hey, man. Make you look like $1 million. Just tap in. Don't worry. I got you. Come on over to Death Row.
Hey. When you on Groupon, I'll come now. Hey, listen. So next, I'll introduce my little brother at the bottom, wearing the shirt that I have yet to unveil. I can't find the shoes to rock with him, but he is wearing one of our latest Black Super Friend podcast shirts. You will know him tonight as Zay the Ladies Man's.
Good. Hey, I'm gonna steal your part, Mario. Good evening and salutations. I want to admit something to you guys tonight. You know that challenge that we had about Get Fit? I am failing. I've added 15 pounds to this dad bod. I am losing. I think I might even took over for you, Horace. I don't know where y'all are on that track.
What I gotta
But
do with
man,
your
we lost it because you fat. So I got listen.
Okay. I know I
I'm
got
fat with myself
yours.
because I think that you were the one who brought this challenge about, and I'm man enough to say that I'm failing. Mario, I see you going hard in the gym. Chris, I think you fills it out on us. I haven't seen you posting in videos. I think you're over on the side with me. Horace, I never seen you post a video.
I went
I don't
jogging
think you
today.
ever started.
I went jogging
You
today.
were going to get liposuction. I
Hey,
think you were going to Dr. Rivera.
I told him having this baby set me back though, man. My mother-in-law here, and you know she cooked like. So me going to the gym is just trying to maintain. I'm definitely not making no progress with all the food I've been eating.
I'm backwards. That's just an honest moment. I was being transparent, guys. Other than that, all is well. The week has been great. I'm, want to tap into you guys, see what's going on, and have this discussion. But I had to be honest and come clean. I am not doing nothing that I'm supposed to do.
Zay, let me give you a memo. I saw through your jive ass like glass. We knew you weren't working out. All at the Dolphins game. All at the
Listen, man. Hey, listen. Hey, I'm making money with the Dolphins. You keep them out your mouth, okay? Yeah. You understand.
Lost enough of it.
But going forward, Chris, how was your week, my brother?
Oh, man.
You go to producer again. You sit your ass over there, Zay.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to mute your ass.
It's the cup.
Man, it's been a really, 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 really good 2 weeks, man. We took last week off just to rejuvenate, celebrate Labor Day. I want to give a big shout out to Shelly. She's just celebrated her birthday. We want to give you the biggest shout out over here at BSF Nation. Shout out to Shelly. Appreciate all your love and your support. And I'm gonna need to you're gonna have to take a different picture because at some point this is the same damn picture every time, the little selfie. Change it up, Shelter. But we love you. What else I want to say? Everything was good, man. What I would like to say to you guys is this: we live in a country where the First Amendment is freedom of speech. But if it's one thing I can guarantee you, that speech isn't free. There's no such thing as free speech. So with that being said, BSF has just opened up their own Cash App. You can now donate to the show. BSF Worldwide is the Cash App handle. BSF Worldwide. We look forward to your donations to bring you product like this. This show takes a little money. You got to give a little something to the building fund. If you know what I'm saying. BSF Worldwide is the Cash App. BSF Worldwide. Look out.
Yeah, I got something for you guys. Listen, we started this show 3 years ago. And remember that moment when what's the damn joker name? Flash got up to accept this award, and he said, "Yay! I've never been around such gentlemen in my life." And he did all the applause, and then he's like, "This is what makes it so hard." My new album, Flash, is lonely at the top. Y'all remember that part? Okay. Well, anyway, listen. So last week we had a show with Issa Allen, right? And what this I'm gonna show you. It's a whole story that comes around this. This is probably Mario Jake's gonna bring it home tonight, right? So this weekend I was at a cigar bar drinking coffee, and then I was at the Inlet drinking coffee, right? And the last couple of days, man, I had so many people come up to me and talk about like the show. I had a girl yesterday say, "Oh my God, I know y'all be on that show bashing people, women." She said, "But the one with mental health was so amazing." I said, "You watched the show?" She's like, "No, I've never watched the show. I just thought that's what it was." I was like, "Yeah, well, you definitely should have watched the mental health episode that we had." But the point was, during that last segment, I just unplugged. Was burnt out, and I just wasn't really myself during the episode. And the show before that. So if many people don't know, Mario is on a journey. I'm on a different journey. Everybody is taking on more stuff. And if to be honest, the world is already hard as hell on a man. So I told the cast about 2 weeks ago that I didn't have anything left. So that's the purpose of me telling y'all on the show. We're sharing a story to come full circle. I didn't have nothing left. I get here and I'm on the segment, but I don't have the energy to to facilitate. Then I said, well, I don't have the energy I need to give it to the cast, and do my part because it's 4 people. And I kept making every excuse just to say, like, I just don't have it in me. Maybe I'm losing the love for it. Maybe I'm just tired. Maybe I'm burnt out. And I was content with that. The night I was going to sit on that couch, sit over there and just, I don't know. I'm drinking more. I'm smoking more. And I'm like, I can't figure out what's my problem. Right? So we just had a show on mental health. And I said all that to say, bro, like, even when we put our face out there to say we're doing good, bro, like it's a consistent journey as Black men. Hell, as anybody, like you're carrying on stuff. And I just realized, like, I learned how to function through stuff. Because men don't have the luxury of taking a day off most times. You got too much going on. Chris is a worker. He's a single, he's a parent. Mario got a new baby. He got multiple jobs. Zay has his life, and it's just a lot. And you really never take the time to kind of deal with the shit you need to. You just throw another bag on your back and you keep going forward. So, yes, in reality, I said, man, I need to just leave it alone for a minute. I just don't have nothing for it. And then here come Mario. Mario gives it to my ass today.
Oh.
I expected it to be Chris, but no, it was Mario. And he brought some stuff back into perspective for me. When Xavier, I don't expect, a lot out of Xavier. Being funny, but listen. So when Xavier went through the loss of his father and he went through a couple of things, we expected him to show up. All right? Mario right now has a newborn baby and 2 jobs. He has a job and a car. We expect him to show up. Chris is always, carrying on. He is the mantle of the family. He is the family tree by himself. And I expect Chris to show up. So, yeah, Mario gave me the business today. He said, hey, if you want to take off, we'll support you. But let's put things in perspective. He was like, this your baby, which it was. My dream for this show, my goal for this show was to have something. What I have for this show turned into more than I can expect this show to have become. It kind of tightened all of our friendships. It ended up serving as therapy. And then the brand turned out to be something that I think is very unique. And that's what every 4 people told me this weekend. It's like, y'all just have something. Y'all chemistry. Like, I love listening to y'all. And just when I was ready to give up and say, man, I'm just tired, it was amazing to get those little pieces of confirmation that come from the damnedest places, So you can cash app on, yeah.
Yes, they giving up. Thank you, Velouz, for your
screenshot.
donation.
So, but the point was, people always have these images of what, they see the show, but they don't see all the stuff that go on behind the scenes. So I rambled on to say that, to see like, yeah, this is a real show, a real partnership, a real brotherhood. And in the midst of me going through stuff that people might not see from watching the show, it took somebody to come back and pick a brother up and say, nah, man, we got to keep going. So I got to give Mario that credit today, man. But all of y'all are dealing with something or have dealt with something since the birth of this show. And I need to actually have y'all handled those things, because I'm sitting here still struggling, because I'm usually used to being able to fix myself or at least process through. But for the first time, like, I'm stuck. I'm overanalyzing, trying to figure out what is really wrong with me right now.
Well, our conversation, it was had, I wasn't happy to be back for one. I'm definitely happy to be back. I missed the show with mental health. I was in hospital having my second son. And then we had a week off. We always take that holiday Monday off just to, like he said, regroup and rebuild, just to spend time with family. Most of us be traveling or doing something. So we took that off. And so I was happy to get back. I seen the disengagement in that last show, talked with the group, everybody on because I wanted to congratulate y'all because I thought it was a magnificent show. Let's just say that. You know what I'm saying? I think y'all did very good. I like the points. I was hating not being there, and y'all brought up a lot of points that I wanted to bring up. So I want to say, amazing show, great content. I was in the hospital looking at it. The nurses were tuned in, like, "Oh, that's a good show." I'm like, "Yeah, this," you know what I'm saying? So it's a good content. And then I was like, "You do look disengaged," but then so when I had to talk with you, because I talked to most of y'all, through the week some kind of way. You were just telling me how the world was coming down on you. So then I talked to Chris, and I was like, "Yeah, man, talk to say like, yeah, we got to, give. I think if Tudor want to have this break, we got to support it because I think he's mentally drained right now. I don't think it's gonna be forever, but I think it's mental drained. And like he said, I was okay with that. Like saying, okay, if we're gonna beat up for him, we got to support him. And I think me and Chris had talked. It was like, all right, we're gonna find a way to, to keep the show going until he come back. Shit, we can like at the end of the day, me, Zay, and Chris signed up for this too. So we're gonna find a way until the day I talked to him and I was like, no, you know what, bro? No, that's bull. I said, just a couple months ago, Zay lost his a year ago. Now, you know what I'm saying? Zay lost his daddy and had some other stuff. It was like coming at him back to back to back to back. And he was calling all of us. He was talking about it on the show all the time. He was like expressing his feelings, but he came. He came every show. And I was like, Chris just went through some stuff. He was going in and out. One of our valued members, baby sister, his auntie had cancer. I'm saying still going through stuff, but he came. I just got a new job, new transition in my life, had a new baby, but I came. And I was like, nah, bro, at the end of the day, you made the phone call to get us all on the screen. And this was your idea. Yeah, now we took it and made it all of our agreement because we all love it equally. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, this was your vision. I said, if Noah stopped working on the art don't flow. That don't mean that the other people who worked on the art wasn't valuable. It just means that God put this in your heart to manifest. And if you stop, then the purpose of what it's supposed to be might not be what it's supposed to be. And it's because it was your baby. You know what I'm saying? It might spawn off other stuff. Like Chris has Date Doctor. Like Zay, through this, has started being more valuable on the internet and started posting his business more from talking through this. We've been having, like you said, we've been tightening up our friendship, iron sharpening iron on our personal phone calls throughout the week. You know what I'm saying? So it's already working for the good because we're being obedient to purpose. But if you stop right now, then the devil wins. Because this conversation, I truly believe in my heart, as I wouldn't be taking time away from my family, is necessary for the world. So, and it needs to hear all of our voices because all of us come together like Voltron, and it means something to everybody out there. You Tootie talking to us about his divorce. None of us been divorced before. So that was, you know what I'm saying? Chris talking to us about his growing up. There's people out there who gonna hit me up about that. Zay being transparent with his child mom, his father dying. That's what I'm saying. Like these are needed conversations from all of us. And like the groups you alluded to in the beginning, before I let this go, everybody was needed. Because the Temptations, when you switch a member, it become a new thing. Not saying it was worse or better, it just become a new thing. And I just wasn't ready to let this thing go yet. So that's when I just call you today, like, hey, we're going to respect you. We're going to support you. All of us have talked about it. If you got to take time off, you got to take time off. But I really think you need to just rely on the people that you say you rely on. If you going through some shit, you got 3 other people right here that we could come together and kind of like help us get through this, but we got to do this because it's bigger than us. And that was just my message. That's what the conversation was with me and Horace today, that it's bigger than us. And I think at some point, me and Christian had this conversation. At some point, me and Zayden had this conversation because I truly believe it is bigger than us. And that's all I want. That's just giving you a preview of what the conversation was today. I'll leave it to Zay and Chris to join in.
Well, before I go to Zay and Chris, I want to say that last week I talked to Chris. I talked to Zay. I even apologized to Zay. I was like, bro, like I was snappy last week. Only her, and then I had to have a real moment with myself, which takes a lot to say. It ain't got nothing to do with them. It's me. Mm-hmm. But you find that you will transfer that into other stuff. You know, so I had to go back and apologize apologize to the fellas, like, bro, it ain't y'all, it's me. You know what I mean? Which made me look into things more. And then to Chris' point, he always say, like, he ain't never had an older brother. And he right. It's hard being the top, like being the I'm there for so many people, but looking for somebody above, like I be wishing I had a big brother, man. So, bro, boy, that chain of command or whatever, that brotherhood is tough, man. So, it is what it is. Chris Leo.
Man, man, forget what they saying, man. That's some cap. They capping, dog. We be on some hoe ass shit. We don't help the man. The man record this shit. The man break this shit up. The man post this shit. The man pay for this studio. The man almost always promoting this shit, and we don't do, and we slack on that shit. They trying to say that shit in a nice way, but that's what the fuck it is. We be on some hoe ass shit, and we need to crank this shit up.
Well, we had a meeting, dude. So we don't be on that shit. We had a meeting, and we were drove to do stuff that nobody did it. So in the meeting, I told you if y'all gonna have this handle this like a business, then you're right. I don't have time to in and out. Every time Horace has asked me to send some money over the thing, it has been sent. I'll tell you from the beginning. See, one thing about a contract and about life, I agree to stuff and I stand on it. I told you I don't have time. I'm not gonna post every day. If like every business, like I don't believe Mark Zuckerberg is asking the lady who checking in people to come and then check people's emails. That's not what that's not what she signed up to do. I know I'm not gonna post every day. That's what I'm saying. But I know within them lines, I can guarantee I'm gonna do this because I have that to do. I'm willing to do that. That's why you need positions. That's why in every department in every functional business you have a president, a secretary, you have positions. You just don't have everybody doing everything because everybody has strong points. We sat down and tried to have that meeting. After we walked away from that meeting and we didn't have no direction, I don't deal good in turmoil. So then I just came to say I did sign up for this. So I signed up every week to come and have a conversation because I was willing to, like I did, go get a bank account, go make the name legit. I was willing to do all that. But when he was like, nah, I don't want, like, hey, that's what I'm saying. So that's when Tootie, because it's his baby. That's why I kept saying. And that point, it was his baby. And he wasn't like, no, it just got to go. It just got to go. I'm like, bro, tell me if I'm lying, because I never want to cap for the audience. I have told Tootie 1,000,000 times before. Bro, that's a lot. You're paying a lot. Bro, that's a lot. Like, that's a lot. If you ain't got it, that's a lot. I understand.
Let me say this. So let me give you one thing that gets me, and this ain't with BSF, it's with us. So we've started 3 years ago. I see now, you know how if right now somebody said doing Skittle paint is like the guy Harold. Now you see people start trying to do it and sell. Yeah. We started a podcast years ago, like 2 years ago, too. It's going to be going on season 3, and we've been consistent. I love what we have. I think to be honest now, we have enough shows. Hell, we got enough shows to run goddamn reruns for 3 years. But when I see these new shows come around, I be like, oh, man, they ain't got what we got. And I'm used to getting what I want, so I think the day that conversation you had with me was like motivation to like, go harder, because it's like that meme that they used to share. Like as soon as you drop the axe, in reality, you were so close to the breakthrough, man. And I just see like, even the dude with the chapstick, I'm like, this motherfucker gets 7,000 views, followers. It's like, bro, we have it. And I just don't, I'm all out of solutions on how to take us to the next level. So, I'm just used to always being able to deliver.
I honestly think that you're overthinking. And with the overthinking that you're doing, you're killing yourself. You're in a stage right now of paralysis through analysis. And thank you, Amber, because that's what I was just about to say. It's all about delegation. You may be taking on too much right now. And we spoke about different things, but Mario was right. Some of the things that we talked about, we do got to hold to whatever it is that we say. We had certain things that we did to the best of our ability. We came through on those things. But what happened is we got away from what was working. So you're at a point right now where you just need to regroup. But as Mario said, we respect you because we understand the burnout. Most of us, if not all of us on here, are entrepreneurs, right? So at a certain point in time, when it's good, it's good. That's some of the good things about entrepreneurship. And when it's bad, it fucking sucks. Excuse my French. Right now, you're in one of those spots, so you may need to blow a timeout, and it's okay. But as your brothers, we got your back. But what Mario said is something that we did discuss: commitment. The same way you felt about it when it was a burning, brand new idea, and the love and the passion that you have for it is the same thing that you got to do right now when it's a little tough for you. All of us has had our situations. Some of them we were vocal about, some of them we probably weren't as vocal, but it still emit through our pores on this screen, and people could tell that something was awry with us. And that's all that you're going through. There's nothing wrong with that. It's actually probably good that we had the mental health episode that we had, because it probably struck something, a chord inside of you, which let you know that something ain't right. And it prompted you in which to say. So like you said, when you spoke to me and you gave me the apology, I was like, for what? Something's wrong. What's the real root of the problem? And I think that's when you started to self-search and you started to talk a little bit more. But those are good conversations that we need to have. And it's good that you brought that to the forefront on this screen so that people know that it's not just Cap. We're not perfect. We don't bash people. We tell people our ideas just like everyone else has ideas. But just like our ideas aren't perfect, neither are we as human beings. And we all fall short sometimes. And in this point in time, you seem to have fell short, but you're man enough to admit that I'm falling short, and we got your back is all we really, really saying. And I'm quite sure that our viewers got your back as well, because whether you believe it or not, the information that you bring forth is very valuable. So I know they appreciate you. That's all.
I got a question. So do y'all, because I could have gave Tudor the wrong advice. That was just my advice. So Zay and Chris, y'all can have an input on advice, because Valus made a point, I don't believe men have that luxury, but she said the burnout is real. Take a break if it's necessary. See, I think with commitment, sometimes you don't have that luxury to just walk away. So, what do y'all feel?
I feel talking. It ain't about talking; it's about doing something. You know what I'm saying? We all got to do the best of our ability to push the brand forward. It can't just be running our mouth, man. We got to do it. We got to, whatever you can do it, and then do some more of that, and then do some more, shake more hands, post more, do all that. There can't be an excuse on effort. You know what I'm saying? Everything else, maybe we can have an excuse on, which I don't think so, but effort. As far as showing up, it's you either do or you don't. That's how I look at it. As a manager at work. I feel like I'm gonna be here. Unless I got a day off, I'm going to show up every day. When I tell my daughter I'm going to be there at 10 o'clock in the morning to pick you up, I'm going to be there. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I do. That's how I believe in showing up, not missing practice, not missing the game, not calling off, none of that. That's just how I rock. You know what I'm saying? So as far as me personally, I put it on myself to do more, to produce more shows, to probably open up another show that creates another avenue. Maybe it's all that. I just feel like I put it on myself before I point the finger on anybody else. I'm gonna point the finger on me, and I need to do more. So that's how I rock.
I think we will.
But it's time to shift gears, fellas. It's time to shift gears. It is NFL. It is the start of the NFL season, and it's time to talk football. I guess the game is on right now, and anybody watching it, give us a score
update.
But I would like to go around the horn and see. I want your pick. I want your team. Your team. You can't pick more than one team. I want your team. I want your Super Bowl predictions and the team that you are most scared of. We're going to start with you, Horace. We're going to start with you.
Only thing that I'm scared of is Giselle Brady. You know why? You knew this man was a football player when he started playing football. You don't wait to week 1 to leave with the kids. This man is out there playing championship football with a divorce on his mind. You took the kids, all right? Giselle, last year, Tom Brady was one bad play from winning another Super Bowl. He did break the rules. He did agree to retire, but he loves football more than y'all. All right, and I know it hurts, but that's his passion. If he was home with you, you won't want him because he'd be feeling like he dying inside. So that's who I feel. Giselle Brady, the man is trying to win the championship. You didn't left him, took the kids, and now his mind is on divorce. But I tell you what, Giselle, if you allow Tom to go out with them boys in the locker room and he hit them Tampa streaks, Tom ain't coming back home. Tom is not coming back home. You better stop playing that. I got Tampa and Buffalo. Tampa and Buffalo. I thought it was going to be the Raiders, but I don't know what happened.
Tampa and Buffalo. Zay, your team had a win this weekend. Great start of the season. Talk to us, Zay. Talk to us.
It's Dolphins all the way. You know, you knew that since 72. I got here in 81, but I've been the Dolphins ever since then. My only fear is the Bills. Damn, them bitches are good. I'm not going to lie to you. And they always give us trouble. Not going to lie to you about that. But I think that a new dawn has, cracked on us Dolphins, and they might be in for something. And that's all. I don't know nothing about nobody else but the Dolphins.
Wild card?
Dolphins.
Okay.
Super Bowl, Dolphins.
Who they going to play then, Zay? Who they going to play?
It don't even matter because the Dolphins going to win. I'm telling you. I don't see none of that.
Talking nonsense.
I'm telling you, man.
I have no clue of who you like, who you support, Hardy. Can you please let us know? Because you always are so quiet about it.
Hey, man, it's in my blood. You know what I'm saying? My baby was born. His first onesie had a star on his chest. It just, Jesus was born, and the first thing they looked up is at the star date. America was born in Dallas, and the first football game Jesus himself watched was Jerry Jones' Dallas Cowboys, and he cut a hole in the roof just so he could see it closer, even though Jesus could have looked through the roof. So that's just a little football history. But I'm an American, so it's only right that I go for America's team. So, and just like America right now, our team is in disarray. So we go as America go. So understanding that's why I blame that on that. With all this debacles that are going on in the United States right now, that's the same way my Dallas Cowboys look at it. And I ain't moved to Jamaica yet. So as long as the stars here and we have a democracy, I'm gonna stick by them.
Man.
Now this is gonna be crazy because this is gonna be a wild card. I want you to quote me on this and save this because on my picks, I got the Vikings, and I'm saying, and this might be crazy too, because I know you can't pick two, but I'm looking at the Bills, and I still like Patty Mahomes. But the Bills look good.
Defending champions.
Yeah, I like the Bills and because they looked around the same. Because Patrick Mahomes just showed me that it don't matter if he got two garbage cans and a rooster and a pole like that, he gonna make them open. And that right there alone, right there, that's that Michael Jordan-esque that. I don't think you're gonna lose. That's that, you know what I'm saying? Like that damn, bro. I don't like when LeBron was in his prime, like I don't know how you beat them. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's what he got right there. Like, it don't matter how you shift it around, still win.
You gotta make it happen.
The same way, too. The same way. It's not the formula works with anybody in there. So that's scary right there. And then the Vikings, if first cousin don't self-destruct, boy, they look that deep. Boy, they look good. Because Kirk Cousins will throw for 5,000 yards, and that defense looked ridiculous. So that my sleeper team, believe it or not, would be the Dolphins.
Okay,
would be the Dolphins.
You get some love, Zay.
Yeah, I'm a big.
Wait a minute, time out. The who?
I'm a big Dolphins hater. But if Tua can muster up they're going to the playoffs. So if Tua can muster up a playoff game to be himself, because you never know what Tua you're gonna get. But if he can get that tour, like that Alabama tour for one game, because only one game, oh yeah, they can do some things. Because it's him. Dolphins gonna go as tour though. What you got, Chris?
Well, for those that know me, I was born in Mississippi. My auntie, who's an avid watcher of the show, shout out to Evelyn Ratliff, she went to school with Jerry Rice at Mississippi Valley State. And ever since, she's always talked about it, and ever since then, we became 49ers fans. So I've been a 49ers fan all my life. That and the Nose. Those are two teams that I've never crossed up and switched on. But so I'm gonna go with them for the Super Bowl. I like what I seen with the Bills. I think that offense is going to be high powered. It's amazing what they did to the defending champions. That's amazing. Um, I don't want to put them in the. I don't want to give it to Josh Allen yet because I still think Patrick Mahomes is
Mm.
is still that dude. He is still that dude. So, but I don't think I honestly don't see neither one of them in the playoff in the Super Bowl. I don't know exactly who I see yet. I'm sorry, I just got back into watching football, but I tell you who I'm scared of: the 5 to 6 interception Steelers against the team that played in the Super Bowl, Joe Burrow, who I thought this year was the sky's the limit, and to come out and drop like 5 interceptions and lose that game, I think it may say a lot about what they got over there at Pittsburgh with Mike Thomason. I seen them give black Air Force Ones to everybody, man. I think that he's setting the tone, and I always support that man, black head coaches. But on that note, I don't know if you guys heard, man, Nebraska fired Scott Frost, who was the coach of the UCF when they semi quasi won the championship. But the new coach is named Mickey Joseph. What's special about Mickey Joseph? He's the first black head coach, football coach at Nebraska. Not only is he the first black head football coach at Nebraska, he's the first black coach ever in any sport in Nebraska. So he's interim for right now, but I look forward to. We support you over here, Mickey. We want the best for you. I remember I used to root for you in Tommy Frazier days. I ain't rooted for you since then, but Nebraska, you have BSF support.
Yeah.
But we're gonna move forward, man. In upcoming news, well, not upcoming, but in recent news, how do y'all feel about the death of Queen Elizabeth? Does it? I want to prefix it, but what do you think, Zay? You are Jamaican, and I know that Jamaica and England has a big connection because
big beef. It's a big beef.
There's a lot of you guys over.
Yes, they feel. Some of the leaders over there in Jamaica feel like England owed us some reparations, the same way we feel like slavery owes us some reparations from all the colonialism, which is just another fancy word for slavery. So I'm not, what do they call that? I'm not insensitive, right? Someone's loved one died. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to her. But I'm not enthused by that information. I would have died and they wouldn't have cared. So to be honest to you, that happens. People die every day, B. Life goes on. She did a lot in her life and she lived a wonderful one. It's over now. We all got that to look forward to. So I mean, I'm not gonna cry. I'm sorry.
Horse. After harsh Zay, what do you think?
But that was honest.
He may be even worse. Horse might be even worse.
No, I think politically, I seen that. I was a little more on some Kanye shit. I seen it's a lot spiritually connected to her passing. So I think it's going to be a big shift in the world because a lot of these iconic pieces are leaving the chessboard, and now you're seeing some of the most outrageous policies, from the whole purge to one world order. I think you're going to start to see some crazy stuff transpire. So her dying, I thought, was symbolic in the sense that she was the head chief colonizer for 70 years. To know that she owned, I forgot, somebody can Google it, like a billions acres, like billions of acres. Think about how big the world is, that she owned that much, you know what I mean? And then you see how much gold that she owned, and the diamond in her things. Like, I didn't cry not one bit. You know what I mean? I just think that traditional government is starting to fall, and we're gonna see some tradition go out the window. I do always applaud Harry when I see him. He won't see the crown. He's not even in line for succession to be king. But, to see at least one brother break away from the monotony of that stuff and to still see this lady racist to her last breath, you got to salute that kind of hate. She didn't want the black woman nowhere near her to her last damn breath. So I didn't cry at all, man. I'm just interested to see on the world level what's going to happen now with her passing.
What you think, Mario?
I think that is interesting. I've been really following this. I'm glad you brought this up because I want to have this conversation too in like another 90 days about the same thing. I think that's when we'll see the shift. I think everybody just brought up some great points. I think it's so the queen been the queen long as we've been living. So when you think about going through life and understanding ruling and being the shot caller for a whole nation that long up under your ideology, when you were born that long ago, wow. If I was standing over there, I'd be like on the edge of my seat because you don't know what's gonna happen now. Because the guy who couldn't do much because of his mother now is in the seat. The guy who we knew didn't agree with her all the time, but just couldn't disagree with her is now in the seat. The guy that fundamentally thinks different, but just played his role is now in the seat. And we don't know what that means because he never had a say. So I think this is more scary than people think just because we don't know what we get. Like people can guess and all this, but nobody really understands who the king is because she ran with such an iron fist that he never had he could never interject. She never gave him any rulings, delegated any power to him. He just was there to help his mama, and just beat up by his mama. But now he is in the seat. So it's gonna be a tough time to see. Oh, I can't say tough. I don't know how, but I know one thing: currency is beginning to change. And if you look, the queen, me and Horace talking about this. I think remember she was sick like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. I can't remember the time. Don't quote me. I think she died then because we hadn't seen her since then. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, she died. The king ready, the picture already ready. He ready to come take the pic. I think just like anything else, if she died, the nation will be in shambles. So we got to be right in order, and everything got to go. So I think that happened. I think she been dead, and I think that on the last thing, I'm definitely watching this because of money and how the money shifting. I know right now China and their money and their droughts and all that kind of stuff is really in turmoil over there. So people got to watch ordering from overseas and buying stuff that acquires overseas money in tender. But I think that it's just gonna be. In our lifetime, I was joking the other day and said, we've seen some magnificent things in our little lifetime. And we number 40 years old. But when you think about the change from a payphone to no payphones, from satellite TVs to CDs to MP3, I'm saying all that happened in our thing from digital currency to using coins, you know what I'm saying, to having the first black president, all this happened. Some of the people in sports who hold all the records played in our time. In our little 40 years, there's been a lot of change going on. The Twin Towers are no longer, you know what I'm saying? It's just been, so understand that our years that we live in right now mean something forever. Will be forever. And I'm just ready to see what's next, really. Because one thing about it, as long as I wake up, I'm going to live it.
You said something about the Twin Towers, man. I want to give that was yesterday. I don't know how many years ago it was, but September 11th was yesterday, and I want us to give a moment of silence for those who have lost their life in that tragic accident. Just give me a couple of seconds. Thank you. With the Queen of England thing, I'm not emotionally invested in it at all. My daughter and her side of the family, her grandmother's brother, her uncle, grandfather, and all those guys are from England. So I'm interested to see how they feel about it. But I'm not emotionally invested in it. I'm looking at it from afar, but what I'm seeing is I'm seeing a lot of disrespect or almost people being happy that the woman died. And at first I'm thinking, well, they did commit a lot of atrocities on this earth, not just with black people, with people in general. They done some things under her regime. But then again, I parlay that with the recent passing of Kevin Samuels and how I seen people be cheer and be happy that man died. And I'm thinking to myself, if I could look at it that way, where somebody's upset about him or cheering on him death, him dying, should I feel the same way about this Queen Elizabeth thing? And I don't know exactly. I haven't completely went over that in my mind, but I see similarities with that. But I'm just looking forward to see what's happening when a king is in the throne. Let's see if some better decisions are being made now. But moving on.
Let me just say this, Chris, before you go.
Hmm?
52% of England think this is going to be a poor or terrible regime. They have less faith in King Charles than they do any of the two princes.
That's interesting.
That's
we're believers in man, so we'll be. Yeah. I think y'all will be all right. But okay, what I wanted to say is I want to introduce a segment of the show that I like to call Pimp Shit or Simp Shit. And today's contestants are Irv Gotti from his interview on the Drink Champs about Ashanti. And next I want to go with the recent Ray J and Kim Kardashian situation that's been unearthed from way back then, when I think we might have been in high school when this damn thing happened. But I wanted to get you guys' opinion on that. Me personally, I thought the Irv Gotti shit was simp shit. Like, bro, I don't know if she probably didn't like you, or she probably played up under you or something like that. I don't think it's valuable enough to get on the internet, get drunk and start crying and letting your feelings out and shit like that about a woman that maybe she just wasn't attracted to you. Maybe she used you for the same reason you used her, to get what she needed to be, or you to get where you need to be with her, and the shit went left or sour. Maybe a better man won. I don't know, but I didn't respect that whole interview like that, to just put all that out there. Next, I don't know if it's a culture of exposing, but I didn't respect the Ray J shit, man. That shit old as fuck, dog. You're not telling us something that we don't already know. We know y'all put this shit together for advancement. I think now you mad that she profited more from this. Both of you guys was in this sex tape. She profited more, but you know why? Because a talentless, attractive woman is better than a talentless, attractive man. And I don't know if you know this, but we watch porn for the women, Ray J, not the men. Even the women is more interested in the women in porn, not the man. So she's going to get more recognition from this, but that's just what I think. Or what you think?
I did a whole video on TikTok about it, because you get tired of it. At some point, bro, you got paid for it. It wasn't no championship iconic sex going on in that damn tape. All right, like, get over it, bro. But listen, me and Zay. Well, I say me and Zay. I know Ray J, and God, I don't know what to say. He's an annoying look, bro. Listen, he's a cool dude, but he's a special type of dude, man. At some point, bro, I don't know if fame is that addictive where I just need to get y'all trending and talking about me. But I did a whole video, bro. It's been 15 years. All right. You got $5 million. I don't know how much she got. Bro, just let it go. It wasn't even amazing sex. You know what I mean? It's nothing that I'm going to write home to mama about. Well, that's not a good analogy. But listen, yeah.
This one don't want to hear that. And
then with the Irv thing, bro, let's be honest. We're in the industry. That girl, man, you got girls that are suck things just to get upstairs to get near. They crush. And I think that's where you see ego can really betray you. Because, yeah, she might have gave you something here and there, Irv, but at the same time, did you really realistically, a married man at that time, could you really see yourself with Ashanti? The problem is he could. And that's where I think your ego sometimes will lie to you. You know what I mean? Because in his mind, he really thought that him and Ashanti had something.
Because he watched Jay-Z get Beyonce.
Yeah.
At that time. And
You're
so
not
now he's
Jay-Z.
like,
Bruh,
anything can happen. Anything is possible.
and that's my point. Our egos will betray us. You know what I mean? Even in his heyday, Irv, you're not a Jay-Z. You get what I'm saying? That's Ashanti. That's a young girl who was probably hungry. You might, hey, you just happen to be in the studio. She's young and she's, you know what I mean? You're treating her good. You put that baby fat on her arm and you probably looked up and got a little pop here and there. But to think realistically that you was going to be with her, hey, to even think that you're going to leave your wife and family for this young girl makes me look at you as a sucker.
So you saying simp shit?
Yeah, man, he's beyond simp. Sucker shit.
What you think? What you got? Simp shit or pimp shit?
Herb was simp shit, but not for none of the reasons y'all said. Because I think it was for one, the simp shit about him is that you actually had a woman.
Mm-hmm.
You was fucking her on the side
Mm-hmm.
and got mad when she didn't want to be the side no more and went and got her a man.
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't keep it player and be like, well, shit, I got my wife, you go fuck with Nelly, and we can both keep this on the side. You
Right.
was mad that your side bitch went and got her in a relationship.
Right.
Like, you was hurt with a wife. Like that's why I was like, when I'm hearing this story, you're talking about her like y'all was fucking on, like you was a single man and you was smashing her as a single woman on the side, and y'all was keeping y'all shit on the low. No,
that
you
wasn't
had your
happening.
whole wife and family, and you was smashing her on the side allegedly, and then you got mad when another superstar said, I want to fuck with her. Bro, what the hell is wrong with you? Like that was just like the simplest of simple. And then after all these years, you still heard about it.
Yeah.
Because that wasn't even no
That's
hate.
it.
That wasn't malice. You was hurt. Like you were like really like pouring like that Nori shows are brilliant. He got you drunk as a skunk and high. And you felt comfortable because you fuck with Nori, them those your boys. That's like us right now, sitting on S Avenue just getting drunk as hell. It probably won't be good for this show, the stuff we gonna say. But Nori does that, and that's why Drink Champs is great. That's simple shit. Now for Kim, it's crazy because I've been hearing everybody all day. I've been hearing this a lot too, because you know it's blowed up. I sent it to y'all a couple times. And it's so crazy because everybody like, why would fuck would Ray J bring this back up after all these years? Right? And it's crazy because all you got to do is Google it. And nobody's talking about it. Kris Jenner brought it up. Let's get this straight. Kris Jenner went on the Night Show, took a fake lie detector test and said Ray J was lying and was going to try to profit again off of sex tapes to hurt Kim. That's why that came back up after all so years. Ray J didn't just fall out the sky and say, let me start talking about Kim again. Kris Jenner went on the show and brought it back up. And now, whether it's a lie or not, he's saying, I don't explain this to people. And now, to my kids, they're going to grow up saying, oh, my daddy keeps trying to viciously attack Kim them and hold these tapes over their head. When that's not true. So if you look at the meeting that everybody was saying, that's why I say you got to look at this stuff. Because that's the thing, is like people just read headlines. So when Ray J put up his shit, it said, hey, what Kanye said, I meant to meet you. Ray J replies to him, bro, what are you talking about? It's Chris know about these tapes. There's no hidden tapes. It's all 3 tapes. All 3 of us signed off on them. Kanye so listening to Kim like you went and retrieved the tapes. All that was a lie. It was no retrieval of tapes. He went and sat down with Kanye to have him to shush them up. To say, bro, I moved on with my life. Tell them to move on with their life. But they spent it again to say, oh, Ray J was holding these tapes over our head. Bro, at some point, it's crazy for me to hear y'all men say it's okay for a bitch to just say anything in the world about you, and I'm gonna just be quiet. Right now, if I did something when I was 20, I'm married now. I have kids. You're not gonna just be able to sit on the national syndicated show and make me look like I'm just predator when I have kids. You're not gonna do that. And that's the thing. Nobody took the time to look, and I did because I knew we were gonna talk about this. All the receipts he put up. Oh, Kris Jenner forged everything. Kris Jenner did this. You brought this back up. Bro, you sat on the show and said, now you say everybody knew that? Of course everybody didn't know that. She sat on the show and said, did you coerce the tapes with Ray J and your daughter under the lie detector test? No, I did not. I had nothing to do with it.
Mm.
True. That's true. So, bro, who is all knew this? No, half the people think Ray J is exactly what Tootie said, annoying creep who untalented, and everybody want to believe Kim. So that means everything that Kim and them say, it beats him down. No, damn that man's supposed to do this, and I'm happy he had receipts to show everything about it because you're right. That was a long time ago, and everybody got paid, but everybody got paid. Stop making it look like Ray J is holding these tapes over y'all to get money. No, everybody got paid. We all agreed to this. Put that shit straight. Kim Kardashians are trying to pump that new show, and this is going to be a storyline, just like last year's storyline was Kanye getting tapes from Ray J. Come on, bro. At some point, you can't want this man to be a pinata all his life and just be like, well, I don't want to bring it up again. It happened 20 years ago, so y'all Kardashians can just say whatever the hell y'all want by me, and I'm going to just shut up. No, damn that. No, bro, that's not right.
Okay, at what point, Mario, has this not been the same formula? This is what they do.
No, right. So
it's not him, though. Is what he's saying.
You had a right to not say nothing. To defend myself and my honor. Like right now, I never seen Ray J put out this much evidence in my life. Maybe you have. I never seen him. This is the first time he ever put out the contract, the whole contract. He had text messages with Wack, with Kanye, the contract signed, with an ink professionalist on here saying that's Kim Kardashian's signature. She forged my signature. I never seen all that. I never in my life, I don't follow that long, but in 20 years, all I heard is Ray J say, I didn't make her do it. That's all I heard Ray J consistently saying. I didn't make her do it. I didn't never know Chris made them retape it. I didn't never know she watched tape number 1 and said it's not good enough with a signature and said retape it. I didn't never know that. So now that makes me look like, bro, is it Ray J really trying to be the asshole right now? Or is it that the Kardashian saying we got a dumb nigga and we're gonna keep putting our foot on his neck every time? And I can't never be the guy that sit back and tell the dumb nigga to shut up. And so that's like LeBron, just shut up and play this.
Well, I'm gonna fire my employee list research department because we actually
tell you that part.
Any research on this.
No,
I
knew
get the headline and
see, that's what I'm saying.
I'll talk about myself.
Most people do that though, Chris. You ain't doing anything wrong.
We're just saying,
truth of the matter is
it's major news. It's always like the most.
It's always gonna be major news because it's the Kardashians, huh?
The most dumbest shit. Well, they do have the media machine.
They got it monopolized. You can't.
The most dumbest shit be breaking news, and we be tuned in to the most dumbest shit. It's all this real shit going on in the world. And the dumbest shit will be trending. If you go on Black Twitter right now, this Ray J shit been going on for 3 days.
Yeah.
Like,
that's what the Kardashians do.
But that's what they do.
But at my expense, bro, you can't like use something. See, that's the thing. You can't use Kanye because then Kanye loves that. He comes back full force and with every media outlet he got in the guard. And then Ray J is not gonna do like Ray J gonna do this. You're not gonna hear nothing from Ray J for a couple more months. Kanye is still tweeting about Ski right now. He's still tweeting about Kim Cudi. Do you understand? Kanye has took out a page in the New York Times every Sunday and made a pub line and in subcontext said something about Kid Cudi.
Okay, wait a minute.
So Kim Kardashian, Chris like, that's a worthy adversary right there. Let me leave him alone. Go back to Ray J.
Can we get Kanye a moment of time? Listen, y'all hated Kanye. People hated Kanye. Kanye said, fuck you. I'm gonna buy the house next door. Everybody said Kanye crazy. The dude Pete got tattoos of Kanye kids. Come on, bro. Like, I don't know who crazy.
But I'm saying, but Kim did that only to manipulate the likes and shares to paint Kanye in a way because they was going through a custody battle. And she knew if I trigger him this way, he gonna show up and show out. And I'm going to be able to say, look, my kids can't be around this guy. Pete was a pawn. But these are the people that you have to think if they did that to him, they're doing it to Ray J. They doing it. He put up the contract. I never knew they stole money from Brandy and her mama. And the court made them pay it back. See, that's what I'm saying. That need to be known.
Fuck all that.
It's funny that you guys brought up the Pete Davidson situation where he got his I got the kid's name tattooed on him. That brings me to my last topic, man. This was a viewer's request question. They wanted to know when is a good time for the mother to introduce the baby daddy to the new guy?
Hmm.
What is a good time frame? Because he was saying, basically, he was saying, I've been messing with this girl for a long, for years now. I've been on vacation with the baby mama and the kids.
Damn.
I've been in situations with the baby mama and the kids, but the baby mama never introduced him to the baby father. And I was thinking, what do you guys think about this? When is it what is a good time? What's the proper way of the baby mama introducing the new dude to the baby father? What do you guys think? Who wants to take on this one first? Anybody?
I want it first.
Okay.
First of all,
You hit it
first of
first?
all,
You heard it.
first of all, that's when you see what kind of baby mama you got, right? Because I could
100%.
say, hell no, my baby mama, I wouldn't let my baby mama try me like that and blah, blah, blah. But the reality is, that's when you realize you don't have the control like you think you do. You really, in a man's world, you just hoping that, damn, she got a little moral to her, a little class, a little respect for me. We see dudes get disrespected all the time. Bro, it's no way, and I'm saying this, even though it's still out of my hands, I can fathom my kids, like I don't know, and dudes go through this every day. My kid's mother having somebody, especially in this area, taking my kids on vacation with somebody, or somebody's staying under the same roof with my kids there, bro. Especially if they at a certain age, that's the kind of stuff that make a dude lose his marbles. Because a bad baby mama just trying to get her rocks off. And she ain't really vetted this new dude. But my kids, I'm invested in my kids. And who's to say you hear these stories about dudes touching, you don't know this guy touching people's kids and whatnot. And that's when you really vulnerable to say, damn, I wish and I hope this chick don't try me like that. But it happens all the time. So when my kids have interaction with someone that's constant like that, where not, hey, this Mr. So-and-so, and they dismiss. But when it's to a point where my kid is sharing multiple hours under that same roof and dwelling, yeah, you got to give me some understanding. Cause I don't trust you because you dignitized. I need to meet them I can do my own vetting and see if this is a situation that causes me. If I ain't addressed custody, hey, let me step it up because she making choices and put my kid in vulnerable positions. So, yeah, I need to get to know this dude ASAP because he's in a position where if this is a bad person, he could do something to my daughter or son. So I need once you get under that roof I need to know this dude. And hopefully you get a dude that'll come and say, now they don't have to, but if he think he gonna be serious with a person, I'm gonna go seek out this dude too. I ain't gonna leave it on her. I'm gonna be a man and go seek out and say, hey bro, nothing for nothing. I'm da 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 da. Some men do. He don't have to do it at all. But yeah, that's what my expectations are.
You didn't give me a time though. You didn't give me a time frame.
As soon as, because listen, soon as this man, I don't give a damn. It's a week or two. Soon as this man is unsupervised or partially unsupervised around my kids, I need to know. I'm hoping to know.
Gotcha. I'm gonna go to Horace. I mean, shit.
You did go to
I'm gonna go to DeMario. He's no longer in these type of situations. You gotta leave. We the ones that's dealing with it now. But tell us what's your take on this, DeMario?
I don't know. This get tricky right here. That's a good question because if you form the question is, what's a good time? Well, I'm gonna say it definitely depends because it depends on how involved. Like if I'm the dude on the outside, listen to your situation, and then I'm dating a woman and she never let me meet a kid's father, I would wonder why. I would wonder why. Like she would have to explain to me like why is it so tumultuous that I just couldn't say because I can hold my own and I'm a great speaker as my own self. I don't need to speak for me, so I can. How you doing, brother? Or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I know niggas who ain't like me to date they baby mama, it is what it is. And we still had a how you doing, but confrontational type of person, you know. But I know most people not, so I do understand that. And I know most women feel like they want to keep two parties apart, right? But I think it's so tricky because I done heard so many men say so much different stuff. I don't see when baby mama.
Oh no! Don't tell me you got frozen.
We damn sure gonna come back to some of these comments from Vanessa Gandy.
Okay. Let's read some of the comments. Let's go through some of the comments before we go to Zay.
This one right here. And I feel like we saying one thing, you're gonna turn it around of us. So you don't trust the mom should not have fucked and made a baby with a chick you don't trust. Come on, man.
But there's no okay. I kind of feel that way because
you don't know.
You don't know, and I personally feel that there's nothing you can do because I believe that once you start, even if you plant that type of seed, you can start to plant a seed of them against the world. So then you're making that bond even stronger, or making them stay together because they think the hating ass baby daddy over there always got something to say. I in my personal situation, I have a level of trust for my child's mother. I don't think I got a woman pregnant that, you know, then wasn't going to put her child first, and the person that she picked, you know, I figured it was a decent dude. I wasn't in a rush to meet him because I personally feel like, just like when we're dating as a young kid, we you know, she got to be serious before you bring her home to mom. You know what I'm saying? You have some ladies, but she got to be a little bit serious, or you have to be serious about her to bring her home to mom. And I want the same respect for a father. If it's serious, then introduce me. If y'all, you know what I'm saying? Other than that, depending on your baby mama, you could be introduced to a guy every other week, and it's still, again, it's nothing that you can possibly really, really do unless you want to fight in court and get possession of the kids. So for me personally, I don't know if it's a time limit. I somewhat agree with Horace when they're in intimate settings alone, for sure. You gotta let me know then. But if you're in a casual relationship, you know, and you're over my BM house and stuff like that, you know how a relationship starts in the beginning. I don't know if you don't need to tell me, but if it gets serious and if you guys are moving in, or like I said, like Horace said, intimate settings alone, yeah, that's when I think it's a good time to let them know. Horace, you didn't get to finish. I mean, damn, why I keep on calling you?
No, I would just
look at the comments too. Dressed on Mario.
I would just that what Vanessa's saying is just nonsense because most people don't have sex unprotected in hopes of having a baby. What happened is most people are having sex thinking lust, and they're not thinking sex all the way through and to the end. We all know that it's possible. It's a possibility that you could have a baby, but most people having sex are just in the moment and going along with the flow. And then most people haven't even dated long enough to even meet the person past the representative. So the person that you're having sex with at that point in time are showing you their best because you haven't vetted them enough to know who they're going to be. It's a lot of people who, like me, I had my baby when I was 18, my baby mama was 17. It's no way I knew who she was going to grow to be at 30. So there's no way you could tell me that at 17 or 18, I knew what kind of baby mama I was going to have at 25 when she was a kid and I was a kid. And when we became adults, I'm a whole different person I was from 18 to 30 to 40. So it depends on the time. It depends on how you having sex. Now, what she's saying could be true sometimes because some people be delusional and they know they're a home wrecker. They know they're a piece of crap. And you right, Vanessa, to her point, sometimes it can be true. But most of the time, people just having sex. And then they end up having a baby, and then they pay for the mistake of not using a condom or living in the moment instead of protecting themselves. That's just being real. Because most people don't have sex. Because if you're not married to that person or in a serious relationship, then you didn't intend to have no baby with them. No matter how much you like them, you were just fucking them. They might end up being good people, but if you weren't married or in a long relationship with them, like 15 years, 10 years, you were just fucking and had a baby. Now, it might turn out good, like Chris said. Shit. it just so happened his baby mama is a good woman. I know her. That's a good woman. But you're not gonna say, yeah, we was like, yeah, I knew that she was gonna be this. Because Chris, at that point in time, Colette was tripping. Chris turned into an amazing father. But at that point in time, Chris had shown nothing to say. This is gonna be an amazing father. I was living. We was together. We was living.
I'm sorry. I got a lie. I gotta call you a lie on that. There was many times she called me daddy. Zay.
Oh God.
Zay. You have a recent. Yeah. Let's talk about you. I ain't gonna give no.
Handle no comments.
Yeah. Well, no. I think I don't know. I think it says a lot about the mom. At the end of the day, like you're in a relationship with this person. You're an adult. You feel me? And you know what direction that you're trying to go. I believe that the contact or when you should introduce them is once you know you're serious. Whether it's a relationship, because I don't know. Well, I'm not gonna say I don't know a man on earth. I do know some of the weird dudes. I personally don't want to know every dude that you're dealing with. That makes absolutely no sense to me. I deal with women. And I don't need you to know every woman that I deal with. When I get into a relationship, though, that's going to be a no-brainer. So I think that as adults and as parents, that's something that you would want to do. Once you feel like you're in a serious relationship, why wouldn't you want to do it? You're in love, for God's sakes, right? So why wouldn't you want to let, you know what I'm saying, the person that you are moving on with meet the person that you have a child with so there's no friction? That's all I'm saying. And I'm saying that because I think I shared something with you guys earlier of a child's father who went at a child's meetup to kill the child, mother, and the boyfriend for whatever reason. We don't even know what the tensions were. You understand what I'm saying? And it could have been some of those things you guys spoke of. The child being left in an intimate setting with that new person, and the father has no clue of who that is, especially if you have a female for a child, or even if you have a son, because you don't know, nigga could be a punk. Who knows? But guys know different things about guys that women don't know, just like women know things about different women that guys don't know. You don't know what that guy has heard and what he can be trying to save his child from, or just be a good parent and want to know who his child is around, because God forbid we all want to be good parents. You understand what I'm saying? And I think that people just got to get beyond themselves, whether it be the father or whether it be the child's mother. If you're a father and you moved on, dude. Introduce. It's not a problem. Once you know that that's where you want to be, you do not need to introduce people to everybody that you're dealing with because you're feeling them out. Only thing that makes sense. But again, you can't do that with certain tender dudes because you can't. But when you're dealing with real live guys or real live women who are mature and understand that we had a thing, that thing didn't work, we still got to go on, and we have something that we're growing. And we want that person to be the best that we can be. You got to get on the best of you, even when you don't want to. So it's right back to that commitment thing. So it's really, really hard. But at the end of the day, it says more about that person, whether it be a man, whether it be a woman. If you can't introduce who you're with, that raises a lot of questions about yourself. I don't want to say if it's integrity wise or if it's love wise or lust wise, whatever. We don't know where your heart lies, but you need to check yourself first. Are you really, you know what I'm saying, into that person the way you say you are? Because if you are, introductions are simple. I could give a care less how you feel. This is who I'm gonna be with. This is who your child gonna be around. It's all about structure. It's all about guidelines. But again, maybe we live in a world of lawlessness. I just think that there gotta be some.
Chris brought up a point to me a long time ago. Me and him definitely don't agree on these subjects a lot, but this was a good point because I respect points when they're good, no matter, you know what I'm saying? And he said, what's the point? I don't know if Chris remember, quote, I don't want to quote you wrong, straighten me. He said, what's the point of me knowing them if that never stopped nobody from doing nothing in the past or something like that? You said, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
that's what I've always had that feeling. Like we say I call it the at least size. We want to say something. We want to say at least I did something. Right. Most people that harm other people are people that you know. Random strangers doesn't randomly harm you, but people that know you that you know normally do the harming. So what is you knowing his name, knowing all these other things, especially in the age of technology, where if you do something they can catch you. What has what is the reason why you got to know all these, why you got to know his name and why you got to meet him and all this other stuff, especially in my opinion, if it ain't serious yet, or what can you do? Because
I'm saying, even if it is serious, see, that's why I brought that up, because if you look at that premises, which is a good one, because I agree with you, 95% of the people, is nothing you can do. That's my point. At the end of the day, it's nothing you can do unless y'all have an amicable relationship as co-parents. If you don't have that, then you meeting them, you introducing them, because if I don't give a damn about what you say, you can come back to me and say, hey, I don't like that dude that you kind of with. But if I don't respect you, then it don't matter what the hell you say. So you met him for no reason. So, and then it's not like, and then only thing you can do, Tootie brought up a good point. The only reason you meeting him for is to see if you need to go take custody. Because that's the only thing you can do. Is say, my baby mama don't make good decisions with men, and this man might put my child in order. So if you're meeting them to see if you're going to get custody, then yes. But just to say, I like them or not, in 10 seconds, you ain't gonna know that regardless.
Exactly.
In 20 seconds, you ain't gonna. When Chris brought it up to me, I was like, "You're right," because I was like, I felt like with my baby mama, I need to meet every nigga. You know what I'm saying? But then at the end of the day, he gonna put his best foot forward too. He not gonna come to you and say, "Yeah, I'm a child molester. Hey, I'm just
exactly."
He gonna say that. He gonna say, "How you doing, bro? He gonna give you the same." You know what I'm saying?
Same thing.
I remember Chris knew a coach who did that. And when me and Chris talked about it, he was like, bro, I was around this man. I had no inkling. And that was big for me to hear Chris say that. So, and it trickled back to this. If the guy who gonna come, he already coming in tense, saying, you know what? I'm finna go meet her baby daddy. So I don't want to like no bit. It's all them emotions going. So he gonna come up, how you doing, bro? If he really like her, how you doing? I see she care about you. He gonna give you that same spiel, but until you get mad, until your baby mama cuss him out, until your baby do something that's disrespectful that you know that they can do because they're your children, and then will he be that same guy? That's the key.
On the flip side of that, what about the man? What about if you are the guy in the relationship? Do you set the tone? Do you go meet the guy? Because in my mind, I felt like I was raised like this. If you come to someone else's house, you the one speak. You can't walk into someone's house and expect them to speak to you. You the one have to speak because you walked into somebody's house. You interrupted someone else's life. So in my opinion, if I'm the man with the woman getting introduced I'm going to initiate the introduction to the baby father, because I believe that out of respect for fathers, out of man respect, I'm going to step to you and I'm going to say, hey, look, fellas, look, man, this is who I am. This is what I represent. This is what I can guarantee you will not deal with my child, with your child in my presence. And I set the tone on that, because for me, I can't respect when men don't do that, because at the end of the day, I think the men should have just a common respect for each other. So that's how I look at it. What do y'all think?
Chris, two things to that. One, oftentimes we get disappointed expecting people to handle themselves the way we would handle the situation, right? To me, what you just said is what a man would do. You know what I mean? Take the woman out of the equation. Listen, because especially when you had a baby mama, baby daddy situation, you know what I mean? Because a lot of dudes I see in situations allow this bias to get involved. A lot of dudes get fucked up that way. You know what I mean? He ain't met you yet, but the baby mama done painted this picture, and he gonna take on that beef. So he meet you all hostile, and she said this. Zay'll even tell you a story about me one time. Oh yeah, she told me you don't do this for the kids, And I'm like, bro, I'm about to kill this man in here. But as a man, I think a man should, you know what I mean? Because one thing about it, if you're a father and you dating somebody, I think another real dude can appreciate a man's coming to him and saying, hey, bro, listen, I know this is a crazy situation, but hey, this is who I am, and this is what I believe. Like, hey, under this roof, this your child. I'm going to treat your child like mine, whatever. You know what I mean? But that gives two men some understanding, or at least some comfort. I can't allow a situation. I got to remove that female from the situation for a moment, because I need to, for my own understanding, get to know this dude You know what I mean? I can't go off based off day past drama,
That's
bias, and
You know,
cloud my judgment.
I was gonna say
another
it's not
thing.
very often.
You
It's not very often that I agree with Horace, but Horace is absolutely correct.
That's
in
why
what
you
he's saying.
fail.
And no, man, but that is real. You know, I for one, because I've had this conversation with Martin before, and I've had this conversation with Chris. I've had this conversation with Horace. Hell, Horace just alluded to a situation that we've actually dealt with in my adolescent time with him. So, the one thing I've come to learn is that I realize that our core nucleus, us four on the screen, we can't stand a man that's not a man, or we feel like is not acting like a man. But the other thing that I realize is not a lot of men were raised like we were that'll do the things that we do. It takes a special type of man to do that. And a lot of dudes are scared. Truth be told, they don't like to have difficult conversations. It's a conversation. You know what I'm saying? The worst you could tell me is no, and it's okay. But a lot of guys are afraid of rejection or don't know, or I don't want to feel or seem like a punk. You're not a punk. You're an adult. You feel me? Do what adults do, which is the tough things. But again, some people just grow in age. They never really mature. So those things happen. I think that's I think it's a very minor thing. If you can get on the same page, but I've learned that it's very, very hard to get on the same page when you're trying to get something accomplished because everyone thinks differently. So the best you can do is hope. But you can't stop being who you are. So if who you are as a father is to introduce yourself to that person because you feel it makes you feel comfortable, by all means, my brother, do what you feel like, as long as you do it in a non-hostile way. Because as a man, you got to check your emotions. You're no longer with that woman, so you shouldn't even have any emotion. Truth be told, if you do, then you and that woman need to work on a reconciliation conversation. But if not, it's about the child and it's about what business you guys have, and you need to speak directly to that and then move forward. If the dude will come to the table and have a conversation, great. And if he won't, hey, at least you tried. Because at the end of the day, we're all fathers. So the only thing that we want to do is create a safe space for our kids. That's it. And I would hope that it doesn't go sour, but I understand that it can. And that's just another variable that's on the table as well. So you got to do what you feel like is best.
I honestly think in these situations, man, I think it says a lot about the woman, man. Like if I'm messing, let's just say I'm the new dude, I'm messing with the baby mama or whatever. If I don't want to introduce myself to the baby father, I don't think she should. I ain't really trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really serious about her. That's why I don't give a damn about her introducing me to the baby father. And if the
those things make sense though, Chris.
Huh?
Those things, I understand where you're coming from when you're not trying to be there. But when you're trying to be there, you need to be a man and you need to actually solidify yourself as what you are.
I get
Don't
that
run
part.
That's
I'm saying it says something about that woman. If the new dude don't want to introduce himself or don't want to get introduced to the baby father, it's saying I'm not serious about her. I don't care anyway. And if the baby father don't want to get introduced to the other dude, he like man, she could be with another dude next week, man. When it gets serious, let me know. That's when I get involved with it. But I think when you have a difficulty like this, a situation on both sides, it says something is saying something about that woman.
I'm just saying you can't make somebody else. I mean, in that situation, you might feel like, oh, I feel like he should do this to me, but at the same time, you can't make another man. You can't force it either.
You can't make a woman do anything either. You can't make either one. Only thing you can do is hope that they will be mature adults and do the things that they need to do. And not everybody will. And guess what? That's going to be all right too. You just got to do at the end of the day what you feel like is best.
I sat back and listened to you. I think it's about expectations. I feel like this. I don't expect no man to be me.
Right.
Yep.
I think, see, if you believe what you say, now I really believe this. And I could be lying. I could be false. I could be wrong. I think I'm special, extraordinary. So I don't think most men are going to think like me. So when I go into a situation, I don't think that. I don't expect that, and I don't even look for it. So I don't expect the guy to come up to me. I go up to them. See, I'm an alpha in every atmosphere. So I'm not going, if my baby mama with a dude, he don't have, when he walk in my house, I'm meeting him at the door. I'm not waiting till he walk in and say good morning to me. I'm meeting him at the door. How you doing, bro? Nice to meet you. Yeah, I'm Jayla Daddy. See, I'm not waiting for you to introduce yourself to me. I'm introducing myself to you. I'm not waiting. My baby mama, when I was dating a girl who had a dude, it don't matter what she want. How you doing, bro? I'm gonna be around your child. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's who I am. I'm not waiting on no. That's what you do, bro. It's gonna be what you do. But what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna let you dictate what I do. Period. Because if I feel like I want to introduce you, that's who I want. All my life I've done it. Like in every situation. When I dated a girl with a dude, bro, in some niggas, that's what I'm saying. We in premises, we act like it's so much of a guy code. Ain't no guy code. Niggas be acting like bitches. So a lot of times I could be like, bro, I come with no malice, no harm. I'll be like, what's going on, bro? Niggas sitting there grilling you, looking all tough and shit for no fucking reason. Like, oh, that's crazy. But I expect that. So when I see that, I don't get upset because I know what kind of nigga you is. I know what I was walking into because that's how most niggas is. I'll be surprised to see a nigga say, hi, nice to meet you. That's surprising to me. To see a nigga be like, I know you're going to do that because you're trying to prove something. So I'm okay with that. How you doing, bro? Nice to meet you. No harm, no foul. I know how to de-escalate shit because I ain't no feel. But a lot of times it be ego on ego. I want him to speak to me first. I want him to. So
that's why
it's not about the child no more. Then it's not about the child no more.
That's me. That's how I feel. That's how I feel.
You know, man, you go through this all the time.
Yeah, I got a little ego. The same way you feel like you worth some shit. I feel like I'm worth some shit, and I'm that child's father. You step to me. I'm going to be at every one of these.
He ain't married the child.
I'm going to be at every one of these events.
I disagree, Chris. I disagree, Chris.
Disagree all you want.
You know,
I am the father of this child. You introduce yourself.
He's not there for the child. He's there. Right. The child just came along. He's there for the mother. The child just came along with her.
About this situation.
Right now,
you are here with my child, in support of my child. Talk to the owner.
I'm in surprise.
Talk to the manager.
I'm in support of her mama. I'm in support of her mama because put it like this: if her mama didn't talk to her child, I wouldn't talk to her child. So he's not in support of your child, and never any time is he. No matter how much he say, I love her, I'm there for her. The minute she say, "Hey, your child going to stay with her daddy," you're not gonna get on the plane and fly with me over there to see my child. You know, you're here for me, and by my child being with me, you here with her. So I'm never gonna get lost in the sauce and think any kind of way, nigga.
How I would handle a situation.
Can we go back to one question? Listen, the original question was about one thing. So when I see Vanessa say, "Hell, she just may not be trying to settle down with him," I won't give a damn if she rode monkeys at night. The point is, she has a man or woman or stud around my child that is not familiar. I'm going back to that. I don't give a damn what she do. My focus is the kid and the child. So I'm hoping that she has enough respect for me to handle herself accordingly. It don't happen often. But that's what I'm hoping for. Because in reality, I don't have that much power unless I got custody and some say so. No, I'm going to be punished for my bad decisions.
But what happens next?
You open for a letdown with that expectation.
I just want to know what happens next. I think I understand that part. I think so. What happens when they don't? When they don't, you just like, well then, because at that point he dictating how this goes. So right now, if he don't do what you expect, then that means you still don't know about the safety of your child because he didn't do what you
never know about the safety of your child.
Right. So that's the point. So then. So what's the point of him introducing himself? That's my point. So what's the point of introducing himself?
You don't have to. If you don't do it, then we know how we rocking from here on out.
Hostile. How we rocking. Yeah. You know, you said it though, Hardy. You said you feel like most guys are not gonna do what you're gonna do. Right. You understand that? And I said that in the beginning. We move in a different way from a lot of guys.
But I want to let you know I'm different. Like I really believe it. I really believe that. It don't matter. I'm different. So I'm gonna come shake your hand, nigga, because most niggas don't do that. I'm not trying to say nothing. Most niggas gonna feel exactly like Chris. So what Chris said, people can say what they want. Niggas feel exactly like that. Fuck that nigga. He ain't saying nothing to me. I ain't saying nothing to him. Nah, fuck you, nigga. What's happening?
Right. I'm a man. I feel you.
I'm with that one. It ain't never no beef. It ain't never no fuck that nigga.
It's not a beef.
Nothing like that. It's just, okay.
But you can be fuck that nigga without no beef.
Nah, it definitely could be fuck you with no beef.
Because if you over here, I'm over there, and I never say nothing to you, I never do nothing to you, it's fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have no beef with you.
But I don't think that you should misstep. I don't think that you.
And I'm just saying, at that point, that also builds up a fucked up situation too. Because what if he is? Let's just say That's his flaw. Not taking up for it. Just playing devil's advocate right now. That's his flaw, right? But he a good ass dude for your daughter. I'm talking about this a solid ass dude.
That's what I said. Ain't no
now your baby gonna like, but now as a child, hold up, this always go back to what Tootie was saying as a child. So now as a child, let's just say my mama been with this dude for 4 years and y'all don't fuck with each other. Now it's always that in the out. No matter what you say, that's in the out. So now the child gonna be like, damn, I actually like Mr. Horace. That's my dog. But my daddy, every time he come around, it get weird. But I love my daddy. So now I'm in the middle and I'm like, I don't never want to kind of be, but I don't want to because I don't know what to do now because Mr. Horace be with me every day and he showed me love, but it's nothing like my daddy. So now that child simultaneously, even though she never said or he never said, it's almost like, God, every time y'all get around each other because of two male egos.
Well, we're not gonna
that was my fear. So that was my fear there, hard. What you
I'm
said
just
right
saying-
there. The child is always innocent. So I feel like as the adults, you need to take the necessary steps to make sure that we're cordial. We don't have to be friends. I don't know, but I've done just like I did, or just like you would do with school. When there's a open house, you go meet them. Hey, this is who in her care from this time to this time. How you doing? I'm such and such. We get those things out of the way. We don't know if the teacher can be a pedophile or whatever the case may be, but you went and met him. So you shouldn't be afraid to meet another man that's going to be around your child, be it a boy, be it a girl, whatever the case. But that's how I feel. So I'm just saying to you, you don't know, but you got to always do what you feel like is best. Whatever it is that you would have did, if that's how you feel comfortable, Chris, not addressing that man, or, you know what I'm saying, in that situation, then that's what works for you. If in that situation, you are one of those males, like Mario said, who's an alpha, who's going to step forth and say, hey, how you doing? I'm Mario, I'm Zay, or I'm Horace, I'm Chris. Do that. But you do whatever you feel like is best for your child to make sure that you can sleep at night knowing they straight.
But
Whether
Chris
you can change it or not.
I said about Chris is we had two different point of views because he began with this, which is the most intricate part of this conversation. Because this where it began and ended. I have a baby mama that I trust her actions.
Facts.
So that's where it started and ended. So
yeah, I don't like
if I don't trust your picking in men, then I'm gonna always have my antennas up. And I don't think I can't wait for somebody to introduce themselves to me. I can't wait for you to make a good play. I can't afford to put it in nobody else's hands. I got to take the leadership because I don't trust your judgment on me. So at that point, once it's that point in my man, I don't care.
Yeah, it's pressure.
I gotta go because I don't trust you. I'm just being real. Now you trust your baby mama? Yeah, it could be like, I know she ain't gonna do nothing to put my. Hey, you might now. That's why I don't ever speak on that. That's why when me and him talk, I always say his point of view. I understand because I never had that luxury to say, well, you know what? I ain't really worried about the niggas that my baby mama bring around my daughter. And I ain't trying to bad my baby mama, but I never had that luxury. I was always like, man, I don't know, bro. What the hell going on here? Let me see. That was my entry point. I don't know what's going on. Let me see.
Well, for one, I was 28 before I had my child, and her mother was not that far under me. But as far as with my personal situation, it happened. Her mother facilitated it. I was picking up my daughter from an event. I had to meet my baby mama there to pick up my daughter. Buddy came out. She facilitated the introduction. That was it. And in my mind, I'm like, this doesn't make me feel safer. This doesn't make me feel like anything. This make me feel like I extended my fist to another man and said, "What's up?"
But that's because you got to take the time. I'm saying this. We know this. I think the probe is for this. It's to say, what's going on, bro? Like to get that, because no matter what you say, you never gonna know. So I'm agreeing with that. Let's go off that premises. We're not talking about that premise. We're talking about the point of conversation. Over a couple times, yeah, man, this and this. And then you might be like, man, this nigga right here cheating on my baby mama every day. This nigga, he lose. Like,
what do you do about that, though?
Right, I don't care. But I know this, though. I know you ain't serious. So once I know you ain't serious, it depends on how I got to look at you and my daughter. See what I'm saying? Like right now, you don't know what's going on. All you know is what's being told to you from outsiders. Like, but sometimes if you I done been in that situation. I bet mom building and he done been like, what's up? Are you all right? Yeah. And I'm going like, this nigga's loose. Yeah. I got to watch him because he's loose. Like, that's what made me say I got to watch him in front of my daughter because I'm listening to his interactions with the world. Yeah, well, I was over there, boy. Like, yeah, all right. Yeah, my daughter can't go over there. when you over there with him because he doing this, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't, but you don't know none of these things because you don't know this dude. And I'm not saying to stop him from touching her, not because you can't. But let's just say you over there and we came over to the house. They came through and shot at us. Like, damn, they did, bro. Hey, don't bring my daughter over there, nigga. Please. That's what I'm saying. But and niggas get that comfortable, believe it or not, because they know that you ain't no threat. Mm-hmm. Like every nigga been my baby mama know it's no way unless Jesus, him, Christ of Nazareth himself, show me his hands, make me drink his blood, and tell me to have sex with her. That's the only way. Yeah. So you know that, then you have a little more safety of, what's going on? That's your jailer daddy. You see what I'm saying? But I just feel like because you never gonna know. So when Chris said that to me, I was like, you're right, dog. You never, because you never gonna know. But at least it give you and I think it go to that at least it give you a little more. It make me feel a little bit better when I know, okay, cuz go to work 9 to 5, cuz ain't coming home drunk every day, arguing with my baby mama, slapping her. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, all that stuff right there matters, bro. But if you just like totally on the outside looking in, that come from you actually trust your baby mama though. And I'm always go back to that. And I never had that luxury, bitch. And I'm not saying my baby mama did nothing for me not to trust her, because my baby's in college right now. She was a good mama. I'm saying I didn't trust her. so it didn't matter what she said. She could have been like, this is Horace Towel, the commissioner of River Beach. Man, yeah, let me see this nigga. Fuck all that. Because I always feel like a nigga gonna know a bitch ass nigga when he see him. When he looking across his eyes, he can be like, this nigga.
Smelling across the room.
You know what I'm saying? That's just real. You gonna know that, bro. You know that. You know if you can see a sucker. You know if you can say, I might not like this nigga, but this nigga gonna be all right to my baby. This nigga really love her. This nigga really gonna be there. Like, you can kind of tell, like, it might not work, but you can tell this nigga want it to work.
I won't name the baby mama, but I had one. Hey, boy, it was a rotation for a while. I remember getting out of the car one day. I'm walking up to the house. They grabbed the boys. I was like, hey, I seen dude. Like, what's up, homeboy? What's up? You like, what's up? I got to get walk back off, right? And he looked at me. So later on, I seen the dude in the hood flexing with another joker in the car. It didn't bother me not a bit. You know what I mean?
Man, I done seen some niggas.
It's a dirty game out here.
I be telling them, looking at them like,
bro, wait a minute. And the person got so mad because I think in their mind think it was gonna be tension. And no matter who they dated. What's up, homeboy? All right. Like, I'm here for the kids. You know,
that's it. But see, that's the thing with me, man. I look like a little polar bear. So a motherfucker just don't think they're gonna just, run up on me like that soon when they see me. I ain't the tallest, but I'm built like a bowling ball. So you know I'm coming. I'm not gonna ever threaten you or nothing like that. But when you meet me, I always got a frown on my face and I'm always ready. So it's whatever, bro. I'm fine. I don't never have to make no static.
That's what I'm saying. You got to meet baby daddies like you. They come. I told you they come with that.
That aggression.
I ain't coming with nothing. I'm chilling. I'm over here for my baby. If you want to talk, hey, bro, what's happening? What's going on?
What's up, dog?
My whole focus is my child. That's the only thing I'm here for. Hey, all right, we're gonna bring the night to a close. It's been a wonderful night, man. Thank you guys for joining us. Again, we need your support. All donation is appreciated. Cash out BSF Worldwide. We're gonna start tonight with Horace, who was supposed to be his last day, but now it's his first day. Horace, what's going on?
He back like he never left.
Like Mace.
Nah, it's like saying you want to quit a job, but you ain't got another one. Like, I gotta pay these goddamn bills. So, yeah, I damn sure, man, didn't have it. And then I get into this conversation tonight, and like, okay, you find your groove back, man. Every athlete go through it, trying to find that motivation, man. So, I gotta thank Zay. Zay get on my nerves, so he gets me right back in the spirit of debate and whatnot. So, man, I thank everybody for watching the show tonight. I thank everybody for just being on this journey with us.
Adrian, classic, the shooter from the grassy knoll.
Bro, I'm talking about, bro. It's always a light-skinned friend from the end. But yeah, man, I thank y'all for being on this journey with us. It's going on 3 years, man, and I just ready to see this thing pop. I like to see it go to fruition. So that's all I got tonight, LL.
Horace. I did this this is the third time I'd referred to DeMario as Horace. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's that
It's
The
coming to
muscle-
look right.
with y'all
The
had.
muscles. See the
That's what
judge-
it is? Okay, yeah, that's probably what it
Hey,
is. DeMario.
Hey, it's
I
not the
appreciate
beard.
that, man. Hey,
All right.
He gonna tell you you're laughing too hard over there, black ass.
The mother that cut my beard off is laughing. Might go do some
No, I
donuts
ain't got nothing
later
to do
on.
with that. Y'all seen that
Yeah.
culprit.
I appreciate y'all coming out, man. Chris, once again, told y'all to BSF, cash out. Please, please, please donate. Donate, don't hate. Donate, don't hate. See, a lot of times we always talking about how much the show was great, how good we did, but there's no better way to show us than to make that thing sing. So all you got to do is throw us a little change. You know what I'm saying? So we can keep this name. Because Horace almost fed up with us. Like Chris alluded to, he is up to here with us. He can't take this shit. I don't think he got one more quit in him and then he done. That's it. He's gonna shut this bitch down, take his computer and go home. And then we're gonna have to go live from Facebook. It is gonna be distorted. So hey y'all, help us help Horace. Because he up the hill. He up the hill with us. And the last conversation might have been my last ploy to get him back. So please, y'all, help us keep. If anything, you know they say the little child of Africa, help us keep Horace. All right. Thank y'all.
So you got a Wednesday night.
Hey, listen, if y'all think that Horace is tired of them, you know he's tired of me. Okay?
So with that being said, we appreciate y'all for coming on and pouring on an onslaught of love on the Horace, to letting him know that he's missed and he will be missed on Monday if he decides to hang up his cleats, which I don't think he's doing because I think y'all revived him. This was like a revival for Horace. It brought him back. We was able to spark some juices in him, got him going. So now, you know, hopefully next Monday he'll have some topics for y'all so y'all can tune in again. Black Super Friends.
Don't you guys forget this Wednesday is a
Chris.
must-attend event. It's the men edition with panelists Horace Town, Zay the Ladies Man, Dante Wins. Man, they having a Purple Talk After Dark event tomorrow night. You guys better tune in. I'm going to be sharing.
Go get the tickets.
That's gonna be
Go
Wednesday.
get the
Get a
tickets.
ticket for it's on Eventbrite. Tickets
Put the information.
Huh?
Put the information in the comments.
Chris,
Absolutely.
this is the he's the goddamn cast member. This was his job. And he's talking about, throw it up there on the screen.
Why don't you tell us
Information
about it,
up
Zay?
there.
Tell us about it, Zay. How did this come about, man? I look forward to hearing.
Because Manny Fresh up there, you know, so we got Manny Fresh, Horace, the Horace Towns, the Manny Fresh of the Black Super Friends podcast. He forged a relationship with an up and coming podcast. Young lady, we're going to sit on there as half of the Black Super Friends podcast in space of our two brothers who won't be able to. We're going to have a conversation after dark. It's called Purple Talk. Her name is Mika Wasted. It will be Wednesday, hosted here locally in West Palm Beach. We are going to be live on stage so that we can interact with the audience. And we're just going to have a gloves off talk. See, we won't be on here, so it won't be no FDCPA regulations. So we'll be able to talk, and we're gonna have some wine. So you know I'm gonna be reclined and in ref form.
Hey man, I'm excited. I'm so excited about this. I'm gonna tell you why, because I think this is a perfect platform to show what BSF is. I think with y'all two going on this stage right here and representing us, we in good hands. I really believe that, man. Y'all go get them tickets, man. I think these brothers, because they don't on Monday, I'm gonna come back and lash their ass. So I have all faith that they're gonna go out there and represent. And I think a lot of people don't even know what they finna get. I think they underselling they said this whole show. I really do. I think they really don't know. This is gonna be a good show because of them two guys on there.
All right. Well, Zay Ruffin, I want him to advertise it tomorrow and do some cameos, some videos. But Friday night, y'all gonna be on the whole cast, or those who choose to attend, is going to be on the IG Live. I think Chris did the show before.
I did the show with Nitty. Me and her did a show before, and she tried to holler at me after. Nitty, hey, holler at me, man. You know what time it is.
Stick real crazy, man. Somebody did the show with No, I can't even think of. Y'all done start to branch out. Yeah, we got an IG Live Friday, so y'all guys are expanding.
And where they can get the tickets from for the show?
Eventbrite. We're gonna put it in. We're gonna put it in the comment section. No, I gotta get it. I'm gonna make sure I put the link in the comment section. They are on Eventbrite. Unfortunately, it's not our event, but I do have the information. We are helping host it, and we're gonna promote it. So we'll be there. So if you support us and you want us to come see us live, please do what we're doing.
Hey, but you will be able, until the website get up, you will be able to see. Hello, I'm back. You will be able to see Horace and Zadel, and the cash out will be there, and they will have a pen and a pad. Sorry, we just getting legit to take your shirt sizes down, so you can cash out and put in your order for your Black Super Friends apparel. As you see, Zay the ladies man is sporting a luxurious summer edition but we are look with your name on the back. Now that's a little more, but they will be at the show. So all you got to do is see these two guys there and place your orders. Please place your orders.
So you got to put the candy cane on the back too.
No, retired that, buddy.
Okay. Okay.
Right. Before we go, we want to give a big shout out to Serena Williams, who finishes her career as one of the greatest female tennis players of all time, and maybe even top 10, 20-ish of men. So we want to give a big shout out to her. Big BSF Nation support salute. You guys have a wonderful night. Don't forget to hit that cash out. Bam, bam, bam.